Hi everyone, welcome to Thorne Wine's vlog. This is our first vlog of hopefully many. Today we're going to have a little look at Tabula Rasa from Wild and Wilder, which is a producer based in South Australia in Adelaide Hills. It was set up by two Masters of Wine. They actually met on their first year course, and since then they've been working to promote and present some of the best Grenache Syrah based wines. However, in this case they've kind of turned the whole wine vibe on its head. A lot of people now know about screw cap closures. They've become a little bit more prominent. A lot of people have shot them down and said that cork closure is obviously far superior. I for one think both have their place in the market, but in this case we actually have a crown cap closure, which is the sort of thing that you get on a beer bottle. So really, I think the key thing with this sort of wine is that it's going to be an accessible wine. It's going to be something that you could drink anytime, have a bit of fun at a picnic, or just enjoy on a night. It's in a really handy 500ml size. Now, one very famous person had a bit of a saying, and that was Winston Churchill. He was known to enjoy champagne in 500ml bottles because he thought that a champagne bottle was just too much and a half bottle was too small. I kind of agree with him there. But with this, the blend is Sauvignon and Semillon as the majority. It also has Arnaise and a little bit of Petit Moncey. Australia have been quite famous over the years for some amazing Semillon and also Marsanne wines. Semillon being the great variety that's used predominantly in Bordeaux Blanc or in Montbazillac sweet wine. In this case, it's showing some really amazing, fresh and vibrant notes. Some quince, some fresh quince. There's touches of apple, and the stone fruits are really coming through. The acidity is one key thing that you get from Semillon. It can have some really good acidity, as can Sauvignon Blanc, as a lot of you may know. So one thing that Wild and Wilder did when they were making this wine is they let the skins and rest on the grapes for 24 hours. This was actually pre-pressing, so basically they've taken the grapes in, they've cold stored them, and this means that the grapes are actually going to start changing when they're in the cases before they've even been crushed or destemmed. This adds sort of structure, a little bit of weight. If you were to actually leave the skins in contact with the wine when it had been pressed, you'd be getting a lot more orange wine characteristics, so going a lot richer, a bit more tannins, and a bit more weight, and also colour. In the case of this, it's pretty clear. It looks like and it smells like it's going to be a really fresh wine. So on the nose I'm getting a little bit of elderflower as well, citrus notes, classic citrus notes that you'd get from a Sauvignon or a Semillon, and slight minerality. So talking about something that's chalky or limestoney. I mean, these aren't obviously things that you will have tasted before in your life, but when you actually try a wine that has those sort of characteristics, you might be able to kind of pick them up and notice them. It's beautiful. That really is amazing. That's got freshness, structure. It's got a really nice mouthfeel. It's a grown-up wine in quite a hip and young and playful style bottle. This warmth that's coming from it right now, it's just kind of making me feel happy. It's the sort of wine where I want to go back for a little bit more. I want to see where this is going to take me with some food. I think that this kind of wine actually is a real crowd-pleasing wine, but a lot of people would see it and they'd say Semillon. Oh, I don't know if I like Semillon, but there's obviously Sauvignon in the blend, which has similarities to Semillon. So it is actually, it's quite, it's probably describe it as a style that someone, if they actually taste it blind, would recognise. Now, the thing with Tabula Rasa and each vintage, they are working on a basis of wiping the slate clean. So what they want to do is they want to make sure that each year the grapes picked for the white wine in this case are based on the best selection from the vintage. They want to make sure that it's not the same as last year. They want it to be something that's different, so you can come back each year and have something interesting, exciting, intriguing. The red wine that we got earlier this year and sold through really quickly was just brilliant Grenache blend. It was vibrant, it was fruity, but it was just light enough and fresh enough so that you could have it slightly chilled or have it in an evening and not feel like you've just drunk a whole bottle of wine. With this though, this has really impressed me. This is the kind of thing where you see a bottle of this style, a 500ml with a beer bottle cap closure, and you could probably think it's style over substance. However, when you've got two guys behind a brand that know what they're talking about, they're master wine, you can be pretty certain that the product that they're making is going to be good and it's going to be right for the market. Having seen the release of the red, the Tabula Rasa V17 red, I've noticed a lot of other people bringing out crown cap bottles, and a lot of them tend to be the more natural wines. I think that's great, that's perfect for something that's going to have a short-term life. I wonder what the longevity of these sort of wines is going to be. I don't know what the air integration is between a crown and a screw top and a cork, but I would assume it's going to be closer in style to a non-permeable screw top. However, saying that, champagne is kept on the crown cap for 3 to 4 years before it's riddled and before it's finished its process of riddling and the yeast has dropped to the bottom and it's been disgorged. So it could be that it doesn't develop and doesn't change. But right now, this is something exciting, because this is the kind of thing that you can chuck in a picnic, have in, I'm going to say it, in your backpack, in your bag for when you're travelling, just have on an evening on your own or between you and your partner. You just don't need to worry about the fact that you're not going to finish a bottle, because I, for one, even though I'm a wine merchant, I struggle to finish a bottle on my own, and as you may know, Ellie and I have a child, so it's not the easiest thing for both of us to drink a bottle. So this opens up quite a lot to possibilities of enjoying a drink midweek and not actually having to worry about the bottle going to waste at the end and leaving the dregs. At the end of the day, what's in the bottle is what counts, and I'm smelling this again and it's opening up even more. I'm getting more of the elderflower aromas, I'm getting more of the stone fruits, slight peaches, I'm getting pears, I'm also getting a slightly nutty characteristic, like almonds, almost sugared almonds. It's not like a Marcona salted almond. This has got that slightly sweeter characteristic to it, but it's fresh. It's just great. It's brilliant, and for £9.49 a bottle, it's a really accessible wine. I'm intrigued. I'm looking forward to seeing the next releases. Hopefully, if it hasn't already all gone, we should have a few cases of this in over the next few weeks. Keep an eye out on our Instagram page at Thorne Wines, and also on our website, which is www.thornewines.com, and that's Thorne with an E. If you need it, it's there on the glass. And also check back in for our next vlog. I think if you know about us, you'll see that we tend to specialise in wines from Spain, wines from South Africa, and we've got a few really interesting wines from Italy, from Romania, from the USA. So over the next few weeks we'll try and pop up a few more videos talking about wines from those regions. And if you want anything in particular, drop us a line, hit us with an email, james@thornewines.com, and say what you want to hear about. If there's a great variety that you haven't tried before and you want to know a little bit about it, let us know. Anyway, I'm going to kick on with this this glass and enjoy the rest of this bottle, which shouldn't take too long on this bank holiday weekend, and look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.